This story might change the way you see yourself forever. Because by the end, you might discover why some of the problems you've been trying to escape are the very things you've been holding on to. Have you ever met someone who complains constantly about their job, their relationship, their finances, their stress, their anxiety, their bad luck, and yet every solution you offer somehow gets rejected? At first, it makes no sense. If someone is suffering, wouldn't they want things to get better? Wouldn't they grab the first opportunity to escape their pain? That's what I used to think, until I met someone who taught me a strange lesson about human nature. A lesson that changed the way I see people forever, including myself. Because sometimes, the biggest obstacle to solving a problem is that part of us doesn't actually want it solved. And once you understand why, you'll start noticing it everywhere, including places you never expected. A man named Michael hated his job, or at least that's what he told everyone. Every lunch break, he complained about his boss. Every evening, he complained about the workload. Every weekend, he complained about Monday. His friends listened. They sympathized. They encouraged him. Then one day, a friend found him the perfect opportunity. Better salary, flexible schedule, less stress. Everything Michael claimed he wanted. His friend expected excitement. Instead, Michael found reasons not to apply. The timing wasn't right. The company seemed risky. The interview process looked annoying. Maybe next year. Months passed. Nothing changed. And the complaints continued. At first, his friends thought he was afraid. But eventually they noticed something deeper. Michael didn't just have a problem. His problem had become part of his identity. Without it, who would he be? Most people think they want happiness. But psychology suggests something more complicated. Human beings don't just seek pleasure. We seek familiarity, even when familiarity hurts. Imagine living in a dark room for years. At first, the darkness feels unbearable, but eventually your eyes adjust. The darkness becomes normal, comfortable, predictable. Then one day, someone opens the curtains. Bright sunlight floods the room, and strangely, you want to close them again. Not because darkness is better, but because it's familiar. Problems work the same way. A woman named Sarah spent years saying she wanted confidence. She bought books, watched videos, attended workshops. She said she was tired of being shy, tired of being invisible, tired of doubting herself. Yet every time she had a chance to speak up, she stayed silent. Every time she had a chance to take a risk, she backed away. Why? Because confidence sounded good, but confidence came with responsibility. If she became confident, she could no longer blame her lack of success on insecurity. If she became confident, she'd have to face the possibility of failure. And that terrified her more than staying stuck. So her insecurity secretly protected her. It gave her an excuse, a shield, a reason. And that's when something clicked. Many problems aren't just sources of pain. They're also sources of protection. Think about that for a moment. What if your problem is doing a job for you? What if anxiety protects you from rejection? What if procrastination protects you from failure? What if anger protects you from vulnerability? What if self-doubt protects you from disappointment? Suddenly the question changes. Instead of asking, why can't I get rid of this problem? You begin asking, what is this problem doing for me? And that question can be uncomfortable, because the answer often reveals something we don't want to admit. Years ago, a psychologist worked with a patient who suffered from chronic complaints about her family. Every conversation eventually returned to the same topic, the same frustrations, the same stories, the same pain. For years, one day, the psychologist asked a simple question. What would happen if these problems disappeared tomorrow? The woman became quiet, very quiet. Then she admitted something shocking. If the problems disappeared, she wouldn't know how to connect with people. Her suffering had become her social currency. It was how she received attention, how she received sympathy, how she felt seen. Without the problems, she feared becoming invisible. And suddenly, everything made sense. This doesn't mean people consciously choose suffering. Most don't. The process is usually hidden, subtle, unconscious. That's what makes it so powerful. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day. At first, it's exhausting, but after years, your body adapts. Then one day, someone removes it. You should feel lighter. Yet something feels wrong. You feel unbalanced. You keep reaching for the weight that's no longer there because your identity adjusted around carrying it. Many people do the same thing with emotional burdens. The victim who secretly fears becoming empowered. The perfectionist who secretly fears freedom. The lonely person who secretly fears intimacy. The workaholic who secretly fears rest. The angry person who secretly fears forgiveness. Not because these people are irrational, but because every problem comes with hidden benefits. And hidden benefits are difficult to surrender. Now here's where the story becomes personal, because this isn't just about other people. It's about all of us, including you, including me. Think about a problem you've carried for years. Maybe it's procrastination. Maybe it's insecurity. Maybe it's resentment. Maybe it's fear. Now ask yourself something strange. If that problem disappeared tonight, what would change tomorrow? Really think about it. Not the obvious benefits, the hidden consequences. What responsibilities would appear? What excuses would disappear? What risks would become unavoidable? Because sometimes growth isn't blocked by the pain of staying the same. It's blocked by the fear of what happens when we finally change. A young man once spent nearly a decade dreaming about becoming successful. He consumed motivation, watched interviews, read books, made plans, created vision boards. But he never started. Years passed. Nothing happened. One night, he finally admitted the truth. His dream was safer than reality. As long as success remained a fantasy, it could stay perfect. The moment he tried, he could fail. The moment he acted, he could discover he wasn't as talented as he imagined. His problem wasn't laziness. His problem was protection. And once he saw that, everything changed. Because awareness destroys illusions. This is why some people stay trapped in cycles for years. Not because they're weak, not because they're stupid, not because they're broken, but because every prison offers a strange kind of safety. A familiar routine, a predictable story, a known pain. And human beings often choose familiar pain over unfamiliar possibility. But here's the beautiful part. The moment you recognize the hidden reward behind your problem, the problem starts losing its power. Because now you can see the trade. You can see exactly what you're exchanging. You're exchanging growth for safety, freedom for familiarity, possibility for certainty. And once that exchange becomes visible, you can make a conscious choice. Maybe that's why the hardest question isn't, how do I solve this problem? Maybe the hardest question is, am I ready to let go of what this problem gives me? Because every transformation begins there, at the uncomfortable moment when you stop asking why the problem exists and start asking why part of you keeps holding on. And perhaps the most surprising truth of all is this. Some people don't secretly enjoy their problems because the problems feel good. They secretly enjoy them because the problems protect them from something that feels even scarier. And until they face that fear, nothing changes. But the moment they do, the chains they've carried for years suddenly reveal themselves for what they always were. Not prison bars, just open doors they were afraid to walk through. The question is, what have you been standing in front of all this time?